Hello? Oh, let me just make adjustments. Looks like it's... Great, it's gonna force another ad break. Cool. I love this system. So good. Hello, and welcome. We're just gonna get started for the night. I know I was gonna do it, I usually do it on Wednesdays, but I had to push it back this time. All because of a storm that hit the area. Didn't want to risk the any power outages and whatnot. Especially considering like how I record stuff for this. Like if the power goes out while I'm streaming, like that's gone. Like that recording is going to be messed up, and all I'll have to go by is the Twitch VOD, and then I'd have to stitch it together. And yeah, that would be bad. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's try to get through the Champions chapter in one go. We're still gonna use our warrior here. Though I'm going to be using a different build just to kind of, you know, try out something different. It's not gonna be like fully optimized, but it'll be good. Oh yeah, our story isn't set to that. Let's see. Where is it? No, not that one. No, we're going to Champions. There we go. Hey, Commander. I'm headed to the Eye of the North with Bram. For a while now, he's been working up the nerve to have a talk with Jormag. Not sure why he asked me to come along. Hand-holding's more of your thing, but I won't say no to a friend. Just so you know, in case you wanted to join, Gritlock. So yeah, just a quick recap of what happened last time. Ryland became the champion Jormag, and Bangar got fucked over and became essentially Jormag's personal little microphone.
Just another Elder Dragon, right? We faced those before. I mean, this one ought to be scared of me.
Sure. Oh, good. The commander.
Gritlock? Bram?
Fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, he's been helping us clean up the last of the Dominion.
They've gone pretty quiet.
Word got around about Bangar. They mostly fell apart. The ones who didn't, well, Imperator Stoneglow's no pushover.
Still no Ryland sightings, I take it.
No Frost Legion, no Ice Dragon, and yeah, no whatever Ryland is.
I'm not the only one with a bad feeling about that, right?
Jormag's spoken through Bangar a few times now. Hasn't said much.
Well, I'm in the mood for answers. Let's get some.
My friends, you felt it too. The stirrings deep beneath us.
Earthquakes erupting all over Tyria.
So the crystal bloom have told me.
Jormag.
I don't believe it is. But something is moving. Something's coming.
But not the Elder Dragon. The older you get, the more I think you enjoy sounding ominous.
I am an elder dragon after all.
Cage is awful close. They can't hear us, can they?
They can't hear anything in my presence, unless I allow it.
Now might be the time. Bram has some issues to work through.
Oh, the Norn.
You honestly think Jormac's gonna tell you anything you don't already know?
Glorified megaphone. But you still love hearing yourself talk.
You know it's easy when you don't fight it. Take a breath.
Oh hey, thank you for the follow.
Jormac.
Jormac, I am Bram Erson. I've come to speak with you.
Aurene. Ah, you're amassing your warriors. They won't be any use.
You mean against the earthquakes?
My brother is incapable of subtlety. He stirs, and when he awakens, oh, it will not be with the same grace as I.
Grace! You corrupted spirits with your evil and acted out crimes for thousands of years.
I have a will to live and a right. If that is a crime, no one is innocent. Do not presume to know me.
But I do. I know exactly what you are. I was raised on the stories and the prophecies.
Mortals, clinging to superstitions to give your brief lives meaning.
You are not invincible.
And so emotional. Aurene, you will never reach your potential if you surround yourself with beings like these. And reach it you must, for the sake of us all. The time has come to end Prime Mortis.
That's not my role. The balance can still be maintained.
The balance is a fantasy. Another mortal superstition. Primordis will lay
bit of
waste to this
screen tear.
world. And you are not ready.
Hey, Commander, are you busy right now?
I mean, what is it, Tiny?
Well, we've been monitoring myth rifts and ley lines, keeping an eye out for Jormac like you asked. Haven't found Jormac, but we have found... Easier to show you the data. Could you come to Radasum?
I know I've had enough pompous dragon speaking through a pompous has-been for one day.
Gridlock! You should definitely come too. Soon.
Go, champion. Maybe Timey can offer some clarity.
And we're just gonna get some extra dialogue off of you. Commander, I've got some choice words for my former imperator.
I didn't trust you before, and I sure as hell don't trust you now. Give me one good reason not to kill you.
Maybe you weren't paying attention, but the ice dragon stuck this thing on me. Apparently, I'm its spokes-char.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Jormac needs to talk with us, they'll find a way to do it, with or without you. Try again.
I know Ryland better than anyone. Better than you, far better than Brimstone. I can tell you what he's likely to do.
Recent events suggest otherwise. Last chance.
My sparkling wit. You'd miss me.
I already miss you. I've missed you for months. The mentor who taught me half of all I know. That Char I mourn. Not you. You, I just pity.
Alright, creation needs answers.
What happened to you, Bangar? Were you always like this? Was I just blind to it?
Like what? Blind to what?
The hate. The sociopathy. Flames, you murdered Almora!
She wanted to stop me.
She told you the truth. Time was you expected that. From me, at least.
Everything I did for the Char.
Yeah. You keep telling yourself that, while I clean up your mess.
Alright, and then one more. Grisha cuts to the chase.
So, Jormac can speak to us through you.
That seems to be the idea.
Does that cut both ways? Say we want to talk to Jormac. We just say whatever it is to you and Jormac hears it?
You're assuming it gave me an instruction manual. I have no flaming idea.
Let's try it. Jormag, Elder Dragon of Ice and Persuasion. I request an audience. I am Krisha Stoneglow, Imperator of the Blood Legion. Will you parley? So it's a one-way thing.
I'm the voice of Jormag, not the ears of Jormag. Or maybe it just doesn't care what you have to say.
Yeah, that's always a possibility, yeah. I mean, concerning with, like, the conversation between Aurene and Jormag, like, she's just like, yeah, I don't want to listen to you, little kitty cat. So we gotta go back to Radasum. So, a little fun fact about this chapter, this final chapter, they had to split up the development of this chapter into, I think, 4 or 5 little sections. And then each of those sections were released at separate times. Which is... This is definitely the roughest chapter that they have, and it's not the most well received. Come to think of it, like, well, you know what? I'm gonna save it for when we're fully done with Icebrood Saga. I'll give my opinions in full detail. But let's just say that I'm not really looking forward to really doing this particular chapter. But I've also done some parts, some of the more repeatable parts.
Look, you're required to file your claims with the dockmaster in person.
This is ridiculous. You do realize.
Take it up with a council member once you've collected your freight.
See if I won't! Finally, Commander.
Everything okay?
According to the Arcane Council, the sanctity of independent research is superseded by other priorities. Timey's out at the Advanced Metamystics Lab. I'll get you to the gate. Then I have to cut through some pernicious red tape.
I have business with the Captain's Council.
Be careful. They may be business people today, but they were all pirates not too long ago.
Yeah, Radasum is very pretty.
Tell me I'm not seeing Frost Legion.
Apparently, the Arcane Council invited them. And Ryland.
What?
You could have led with that, Gorik.
Ah, the Pact Commander. Welcome. I presume you've come to hear Timey's findings as well.
You have any idea who you've let in here? What he's done?
Ryland Steelcatcher, champion of Jormag. He commands the Ice Dragon's forces.
We've been looking everywhere for you.
Radasum is no Char battlefield. What's done is done, Commander.
The Arcane Council deals in the present and the future. Jormag is awake.
Yeah, because of him.
Which means Primordus will not be far behind.
Facing a common enemy, alliance is logical. I'd think the Pact Commander would recognize the value of this arrangement.
You would think.
The Asura have studied Primordus for ages. Foolish not to seek their knowledge. And Jormag's no fool.
Oh, sure. As Elder Dragons go, Jormag's pretty reasonable.
Exactly.
Jormag and I keep our word. When Primordus rises, we will erase him out of existence.
And since we're all playing nice, how about you return my bow? You know, the one you stole.
Now why would I hand you a weapon you think can hurt Jormag? Act first, think later, right?
I mean...
Don't worry. I'll keep it safe for you.
Oh, I'm getting it back.
Bram, why don't you help Gorik with his delivery on the docks? Ritlock and I can handle this.
Sure. Why not?
So yeah, a little bit of a parlay. Yeah, that's... I mean, Radasum is basically just a giant mall. Downside is it's run by the council.
Alliance, huh? What happened to your char above all crap?
Oh, now you want to talk to me, instead of just shouting my name. Spend some time with Jormak. I see the bigger picture now. Everyone has a role to play.
Oh, great! Commander, you made it! I won't have to go through this twice. I've been tracking the quakes, needles all over the place. Way more than ordinary tectonic movement.
Can you tell if it's Primordius?
Some readings mimic
Have I
Primordius'
considered to be a
signature.
Kiwi? I am
Some
Kiwi.
may be ley energy.
Pokemon
I still
and
haven't
Gaudy.
figured out this spike.
That can't be right. We've never seen activity this far below the crust.
So many blips, literally all over the map, like bodies burrowing up.
And where exactly can we expect these bodies to surface?
Where can't we? I mean, just look at this.
Gate of Flame. Okay. Deldramore, Garrison. Dame's Rise.
How long have you been seeing movement under Radasum?
What? No. That is very, very not good.
Uh-oh.
Keep him out of the lab! Watch your back, Commander!
Attack.
Huh. Honestly, the Spellbreaker's dagger kind of does feel a little bit like Thief Dagger. Probably because Breaching Strike is very similar to how Heartseeker works. Well, that and the two. Aura Slicer, without the extra damage. Spellbreaker Dagger is actually good now, shockingly. Alright. Well, I've never tried Spellbreaker before. And I kind of like haphazardly slap some gear on, so it's not really optimal.
Steady your mind.
Oh, I could have gone off the edge. Because I remember when Path of Fire came out, like, Spellbreaker felt more like, oh, this is just a PvP specialization. Like, it didn't seem like it got much use out of PvP. At least, like, in theory. But then again, I'm not much of a warrior.
Is it me, or were these
warrior main.
harder to kill than last time?
Spellbreaker was exclusively a PvP spec at launch, yeah.
Help!
Gorik?
Up the ramp! Go! Go! Talk to us, Bram! Destroyer problem on the docks! Could use some hands here!
1 second. Got it! I programmed the gate for a one-way trip harborside.
Let's go.
And I could see that because, like, there's a lot of, like, good defense options in the traits and some of the other stuff it offers. Which feels very out of place in this because you don't really need a tank, per se. Not like a traditional sense tank in MMOs. A healer, yeah, maybe. But a tank? Not so much. Tanking's more... It feels much more useful in PvP and, of course, you know, raids. then tank and healer tends to get consolidated into one person. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Like, healing yourself. Healing is a form of tanking. It's somewhere on the chart. Well, let me just adjust the... so that way it's not drowning me out. There we go. That should be good.
Graham can't hold them off for long.
We'll stay up here, out of your way.
Yes, what she said.
I don't trust Jormag's gopher at my back.
Keep up, Norn.
Yeah, I think it was like between the time of the previous episode we did and then End of Dragons launched. Like, that's when I disappeared like a little bit from the game. And then a little bit after End of Dragons, and then I disappeared for 2 expansions. And then here I am. So I have already done like End of Dragons. I just haven't streamed it. And I definitely haven't done Secrets of the Obscure and Emptier Wilds. I only done a little bit just to unlock some stuff. That was it.
Come and get me.
Okay, we got more to deal with. There they are. I figured swapping to power-based build would probably speed things up a little bit, since condition builds tend to be a bit of a slow burn. Give or take. Because even my Berserker build was a little bit outdated too in some spots. And also lacking of like proper sustain for like big group stuff like this.
Can't say I was expecting you to have my back.
You dying doesn't help us kill Primordis, Commander.
You honestly expect us to believe this Alliance stuff?
Doesn't really matter what you believe, does it?
Where did these destroyers even come from?
One minute we're checking crates, and the next they're bubbling up from the water. Never seen. Timmy, move!
Protect the council!
Yeah, unless you're playing Scourge or Harbinger. That makes sense.
My team's
Yeah, I haven't really spent much time playing my Necro
Specimen
lately.
differs wildly from archival accounts of destroyers. Also, it's gigantic.
Been mostly trying to learn
Spearhead
Mesmer
a study of these creatures.
lately.
Catalog the evolutionary discrepancies. Identify any weaknesses.
Let's pool resources. If I can isolate a clearer signature, we can pinpoint when and where they'll show up.
I'd like to leave a small force in your city to wait for any information, and to protect our allies.
The Asura are more than capable of guarding our city. But we are grateful for the gesture and the alliance.
When Primordus is destroyed, Jormag will see your former home restored to you.
You can't possibly promise that.
Of course I can. I'm the champion of Jormag.
We need to spread the word. Any place that's felt even the slightest tremor, they've got to prepare.
I'm heading up to Krisha. I'll pass the word on my way. Might want to put the crystal bloom on it too.
I'm gonna stay here. Keep an eye on things for a bit.
Is the gate functioning normally today? All spatial parameters.
My issue with Virtuoso is there's not much options for boon corruption. Like it's got good good ways to like stack on the bleed and whatnot, but like having no way to corrupt boons is pretty rough. And also, yeah, the might generation isn't exactly great either. Even with like the offhand sword and just using the healing signet. Okay, I gotta go back to the Eye of the North. There we go. Phantasmal Disenchanter is good for boon removal if you need it. That's the offhand torch one, isn't it? Or is that a utility? I forgot. It's a utility. Okay, good. I might have to bring that out sometime. That's pretty good.
So sure of the world, aren't you? Is it your youth? The manner of your birth? Living among them?
All these vague warnings, but you're not actually telling me anything. Why not find a way to keep Primordus asleep?
Primordus must die. There is no alternative. Your champion survived this day. I doubt that luck will hold.
You knew about the destroyers that brought us soon?
I know all that my champion knows. It's special, isn't it, Aurine? The bond with one's champion? I'll leave you to yours.
For what it's worth, I do believe Jormag wants to be free of Primordus.
I'll buy that. But what happens once Jormag gets what Jormag wants? And who gets caught in the crossfire? This isn't just a Char or Norn issue anymore. Tyria is about to have a serious destroyer and dragon problem. It's going to take all of us.
I won't leave you without support. I can give you something of myself to help as you face Primordus's vanguard.
Aurine, Tyria needs us. All of us. And we need you.
Energy this volatile. I fear my presence would only exacerbate things. No. I'll do what I can from here. The rest is up to you.
I fully agree with you.
Commander, you there?
Hey, Timmy. How's the research going?
I fully agree that
There's a signal from under the city
Icebrood
that's
Saga had a
heading
lot of
to
potential,
Some of my team
and
still haven't
it kind of
evacuated.
fell apart
On
in
my
the
way.
second half. Also, like this part right here, like the response missions, they're just ooh. I get what they were trying to do, like.
Didn't realize you were still out this way.
Timmy put me to work.
But man,
helping her
it's just rough.
scientists. The place is bleeding destroyers. The teams are spread all over these areas. Most portals in and out of Rebel have been shut down. No one wants destroyers getting into the heart of the city.
This area isn't easy to defend. We should get these people back inside the city walls.
Yeah, make sure no destroyers follow them through the portal.
Go. They're boring. I feel like that they're a little bit time consuming. And it's also, you know, because it's like an instance thing, you're just not guaranteed to have people join you on this. It's not like the Convergences. The Convergences at least had some support. I think it's just, it's definitely a matter of what they put in this. Like these parts right here where it's just like, oh yeah, you gotta get the stability up and whatnot by doing like these little things.
Healthy and pale. Might makes
You're just outside. Also, it really sucks you can't use the mount in this, which again adds to the slowness of this. You can use the glider though. Oh no, wait, you can use... Wait a minute. You can use the Warclaw? Hold up. Yeah, I can use the Warclaw. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta take him to the area. The fact that I've made a max height char. I don't think Thorhild's a max height char. I'm not sure. Hold on. Oh, I can't use it here. I can't use the tonic here. Oh no, wait, I can't use it in battle. Okay.
Great, you're both here. We have the perfect size force to head into the caverns.
You said to get people out. We have time for a research expedition?
Now I'm max size.
Half these folks will guard the portal and help the evacuation. But we've got a rare chance to get some even rarer data.
We brought along some of our golems. They'll make collection and defense a whole lot easier.
My crew's ready
Yeah, the Spellbreaker dagger has a really good initiation. I appreciate it has like a leap. So you could just jump right into it and mess them up. I haven't tried Blade Sworn yet. Again, this character isn't exactly like well geared. I spent most of my time trying to gear my Mesmer. Oh, there's actual people here.
We're ready if you are.
It's the Deadeye of Warrior. Gotcha.
So what's down there that's so important?
The signal from deeper in the caves. It's what I haven't been able to duplicate consistently in the lab. Ryland and Jormag are waiting on my analysis. My findings could help them kill the fire dragon.
Wait, you're okay with this alliance?
If it means stopping Primordus, you're not?
An Elder Dragon is an Elder Dragon. Jormag can't be taken lightly.
Jormag's not the one pinging my instrument. Come on.
Incredibly immobile DPS with absurd... Okay. Very punishing to play and a liability in the hands of someone who doesn't know how to use it effectively. That I can understand. I tried Deadeye a couple times and like even that was a little bit kind of hard to wrap my head around a little bit. Especially with like making good use of the rifle. Knowing when to use the 5 properly. In terms of like PvP, I've done it with PvP a couple times.
Vacate these premises. Mortis is all hunger and destruction. At least Jormag can be spoken with, reasoned with.
Ever tried to chat up Icebrood? It doesn't work. They just start smashing stuff.
What about the Swanir? Frost Legion. Yeah, scary fanatics, but mostly intelligent. And now Ryland controls them.
Ryland. That's exactly
I know
how
you love
Jormag
Deadeye.
gets to you.
You're the best
Talking,
one.
Seeming reasonable. Prophecy says I killed the Ice Dragon or they kill me. Doesn't sound so reasonable.
I'm very proud of you.
Is this far enough? We're only gonna get more of these the farther in we go.
That's the point, Commander. And we're definitely getting warmer. There is precedent for irrational power. And enemies can become friends. Look at Gritlock and Vulcan.
Pretty small synthesis.
Steady your mind.
Right now, Jormag and Primordus are evenly matched.
So we get...
Timey, I can barely hear you with all the like the destroyers just wanting to melt my face. I'm trying to remember like a little bit of the lore. There was like, I think the last time that they, like the Elder Dragons awoke and like did their thing, there was like a certain order that they did, and I think Primordus was the last one to like awaken. Or was he the first? Primordius, yeah, I remember that with the last expansion in Guild Wars 1. But I mean like in like long time ago, because like didn't they try to do this cycle before? Or not try, but did, like when the Jotun were still around.
How many more things do you really need?
Or not around, but you know, like when the Jotun were much more prevalent.
where Mortis is!
Terrorized the North. Made us run. Remember? Run or die.
If you're still there in the mountains and snow, we had to abandon everything! We're not the only ones!
Oh no, my friends are fighting. The last time the dragons woke up, the Mersat, Seers, and the Forgotten were the dominant races. Okay.
Jormag
isn't threatening you, but that is.
Hammer time. Ow. Oh, interesting. I guess we might actually, well, I wonder if Janthir Wilds will go a little bit more into explanation on that. Or like, at least like touch base on that. I also like that the Titans are also becoming relevant in Janthir Wilds.
Got what you came for, Tiny. Let's get you back through the portal.
Zero tolerance.
Everything has a place in the eternal alchemy.
It's a bit of a slow burn story, yeah. I mean, they're definitely trying like a new kind of like cycle with like the release, like the patches and whatnot. I'm hearing like some people are not so happy that they're trying to like slow it down a little bit. But personally, I'm just kind of like, oh boy, I got a lot to catch up on. What am I? Oh, I'm in a golem, okay. Secrets of the Obscure seemed like it touched up more about like the demons and whatnot. Or the Cryptus. It's kind of nice that they're actually like kind of going back to like, alright, we're done with like the dragon stuff, we're taking a break from it. We're gonna actually touch up on the other world building aspects that kind of showed up in the first Guild Wars. Like, we focus on the dragons for like pretty much a whole decade.
I'm ready. Are you? Feel the pain.
So did we.
Let's hit it over there.
How do you? That doesn't even make sense. The portal's over here. Destroyers definitely do not have reason. New algorithms almost locked on. Hold on a sec.
No time. It's calling. Commander, come on.
Oh, I can use them out. Okay. Maybe it was because of just being combat locked. Oh, interesting.
They're stronger together.
That is some interesting lore to explore upon. goodness.
The destroyers are all linked. Their energy signatures read as Primordius whenever they attacked. Their connection to him.
What happened there? What?
Stop pretending you're not afraid.
Of course I'm
What was
afraid.
going on with the
So are
golems?
you.
Hold on.
The difference is what I'm afraid of.
They
is
became a
actively
cube and then
trying
they
to burn
exploded
down
into
my
5.
gates. I'm not saying you're wrong. We can deal with Jormag later if it comes to that. But Primordius is the threat right now.
Bram, you knew where a big destroyer was going to be. For the second time. How did you...
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me.
Timey was right. We're all scared. We face the threats as they come. It's all we can do. And if Jormag becomes a threat again, we'll face that too. Believe me, you're not the only one with doubts.
Let me know when Timey tells you the next hotspot. I'll help wherever I'm needed.
Okay. Can I grab this waypoint? Yes, I can. Don't know why, but I can. Completion time 16 minutes.
Commander, you read? Watchful Source is about to become the next destroyer hotspot.
Sylvari lands. Get word to Keith.
I'm already here, and so are the destroyers. Come quickly.
Sounds like you'll need more help. I'll see what I can scrap.
Okay, say no more. I'm on it.
The village is overrun. Unless Timey sends more, it's only us here now.
This place is going up like kindling. Any defenses? Steel catcher?
Asura said some Sylvari were under attack. Your reads, Keith?
Where's your Frost Legion?
Overkill. They can find me more than sufficient. Unless you don't want my help saving these people. That doesn't sound like you, Commander.
Appreciate the extra hand. Time is of the essence. This way.
Just gotta run all the way over here.
Is he your Ritlock's son?
Technically, the least important yet for me. You should care more about the salient parts.
Such as?
Such as, we're the only 3 people in the world who know what it's like to be close to an elder dragon.
Changes you. It's like finding your purpose. Fulfilling.
Might
I do gotta wonder if they're gonna like go back to maybe giving us another set of specializations. 'Cause I still think that there's still some potential in there. Or maybe do something to boost the core classes,
Jormag implied you two have
so
some
that way
sort of
they're
mind
a
meld.
little bit more of a
Dragon's
tempting
voice can be
option.
seductive.
Were you coerced? Was Keith? I have agency. I can make my own choices. No persuasion needed.
The commander's right to be wary. When it comes to elder dragons, Marine is often the exception, not the rule.
You've been the dragon champion for a while, Commander. Sharing spotlight, that's gotta chafe.
Where am I going? Oh, you're all the way down there, okay. How do I get out of here? Oh, there we go.
sound surprised.
I'd heard the Crystal Bloom aren't big on frontline fighting.
Support can take many forms. Like Aurene, we focus on healing and restoration. The world needs stability, order.
Alliance order.
It's not about control. It's about the responsibility we all have to one another.
You're telling me Aurene's got all that?
She supports us in ways she deems appropriate.
Playing defense just preserves the status quo. You don't lose anything. You also don't gain anything.
I don't see Jormag playing offense against Primordus. Seems to me your Elder Dragon's more about hiding, whispering.
Waiting for the right moment to strike isn't hiding. Every attack needs a strategy.
How does this fit into your strategy? You've already betrayed one ally.
Bangar's a relic. He thinks the world is a much smaller place than it is. We know different.
Your power-hungry side is showing.
Armored up. Adrenaline almost full.
I mean, I guess I could have just waited here and waited for them to just kind of catch up.
The second path leads back to the village.
Oh, hey, another person. It's always gonna catch me off guard to see that there are still people doing this content. Because I remember my first time going through it, it was pretty empty.
Just the
Oh,
one.
that blur effect is really messing with my eyes. Ugh.
In readiness, stillness.
Oh! Oh no! That's hot.
Yes, you do need me. Take out those missions.
Hey Bunny, welcome on in. Yeah, you're just in time for some chaos.
I think that one's pulling the others.
Counterattack. I'm ready. Are you?
They keep coming out of those fissures.
Not on my watch.
Thank you all for your help.
The powers already gave you work today. But you'll face worse before it's over. Tyria's gonna need more than healing when Primordus comes.
I wish Aurene was taking a more active role. She's hesitating, and I'm not sure why.
She's experienced a lot in her short life. Perhaps more than you or I ever will. Certainly in ways we never will. But I trust she has reasons for the choices she makes. More than that, I have faith.
It's kind of funny.
Have faith.
Faith says that. Meanwhile, if I was playing a Sylvari character, which by the way, at the start of their story, they're just born. They just came fresh out of the dream. But then again, you know, Aurene hasn't been around as long as we have.
Time, Commander.
Too long, Jory. How are you?
Don't know much about Guild Wars, but it reminds you a bit of RuneScape.
Crawling outside Lion's Arch.
Destroyers. No Frost Legion?
No. Why?
I really haven't played much RuneScape. I tried to do it a long time ago, and it didn't mesh well with me.
Showing up all over the Gandaran fields, moving into position. Fortunately, Javi's brought the Vigil to help evacuate. Also sent word that any other allied faction in the area would be most appreciated. Hopefully they show.
The more the merrier. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Also, heads up, ads are incoming. I'm not gonna pause. I'm just gonna try to like grind through this. So, yeah. Normally I would take a break, but I really want to get through this chapter. This is...
Thanks for coming. We've been setting up barricades
again,
where we can, but we're short on people.
This chapter is fairly rough.
If they take them, it's a straight shot to Lion's Arch. That can't happen.
I'm farther ahead, Commander, at the Ascalonian settlement.
Marjorie, I told you to fall back and regroup near the gate.
And I told you that won't happen. I won't abandon these people because their livelihoods are strategically
Just vibing.
inconvenient.
Understandable. You are always welcome to vibe here. Oh no, the farmers! They need help! We just need to save 5 of them. Also put out fires. Whoop! Whoop! Save the tavern, we need the booze. But yeah, it's a pretty good MMO. I haven't played too much of the first one, but the second one I definitely have spent a lot of time playing. Okay. Oh, we. Oh no, wait. They're taken care of.
Destroyers on the move. They're swarming the Ascalonian settlement. Where are those reinforcements?
Fall back to Lion's Arch. You know we can't save them.
These settlers lost everything once already, Javi. This isn't what I signed up for, and neither did you.
Damn it! Vigil, reinforce the settlement. Move it!
Flame Legion made it! Maybe now we've got a fighting chance. Let's make sure their shaman have our support.
Yeah, again, when I first did this, it didn't allow for mounts. It was on. I think it was just because I was constantly being battle locked. Oh, I gotta still escort them over here. Oh, we get... Once again, I am surprised to see that there are other people in this instance.
We need to cut off those destroyer tunnels. Don't give them a chance to regroup.
The area I'm in is real pretty. It is, yeah. This is also just part of the base game. Like, this is an area that they just reused from the base game and then put everything on fire. But trust me on this, there are much more prettier sights ahead. And one thing I do like that they do in this as part of like map completion is they got these areas called vistas, and they give you a much more cinematic look over certain areas.
Might makes right.
Unfortunately, this map will not have it because it's an instance area. If you're ever curious, it is free to play up to level 60. If you think it might be your jam. Always had trouble playing these kind of games, but you enjoy watching? You know, that's fair. That's kind of like the thing I really like about streaming is that even if people will not like to play the same games as you, but they're kind of curious, they can still, like, you know, kind of vicariously
Might makes right.
watch. Trying to find the right words, hold on. In a vicarious way, you can kind of play the game through someone else, if that makes sense. Like, there are so many games I have not played, but I have seen other people play. And maybe one day I'll give my my own chance of playing those games. There's two giant flaming guys fighting each other.
Could use some help over here with the big guy. Anger rising.
Okay, you gotta destroy the fishers. I have also kept kind of an archive on my YouTube of a lot of the content, at least the story content. At bare minimum, I'm always doing like story content for streams, just to kind of like archive them.
Come and get me.
Sharper still.
Oof, please get me up.
Might on the bed. Steady your mind.
Those tornadoes are very annoying. And I can't get near them because of all these AoEs. There we go.
More destroyers hopping up. Watch your feet and stay on the move. Destroyer reinforcements. Don't let them get the drop on you.
Yeah, so far this spec, the Spellbreaker, got some pretty decent crowd control, that's for sure. At least like hard crowd control. A lot of AoE. I promise you, I will hydrate. All this fire and destruction is making me thirsty. But I must destroy the destroyer. Also, thank you, Glassdale.
try me.
Base Skidoo. Pokemon in.
Anger rising.
Next time I give you an order, Jory, I need you to follow it. If we want to beat Primordus,
we aren't just fighting Primordus. When we win, we need to be able to live with the decisions we made. If we abandon the weak, what's that say about the world we're fighting for? What's even the point?
And if we all die fighting, those ideals won't matter. There's a line. We need to be on the right side of it.
And today we were. Primordus tried to surprise us. He failed. Good work, all of you.
You too, Commander. And thanks.
Treasure chest. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, we got some dialogue with these two. I swear, by Raven's eyes, if Jory didn't listen the next time I give an order... He has a good point, I think.
Well, sure. And this time things worked out. But Primordus has more troops than we do. We need to be smarter. You know as much as any of us about the calculus of war. You can't always save everyone. And if Jory keeps trying, she's gonna get herself killed.
Why do you think the destroyers targeted the settlement?
I assumed it was to draw us away from the gates of Lion's Arch, but that doesn't make any sense. They tried hitting those first to draw us away from the settlement. Jory was the only one who saw it. Maybe Primordus just thrives on chaos. A settlement of defenseless villagers would be a prime target.
How are things holding up with the vigil?
After Jakar, I needed to get away from the marches. I went on a tour of vigil encampments around Tyria. Mostly a morale thing. I figured Larenthir would have come back by now. He hasn't. Never thought I'd be in charge for this long. But the days keep passing and here I am. So, I'm getting used to it.
I'm armed and dangerous.
Good for you. Thanks for coming, Commander. That nearly got out of hand. Why would Primordus target here instead of Lion's Arch?
You don't have to be a killer Crichton sleuth to see that this settlement is a more attractive target than Lion's Arch. Primordus causes destruction. It's his MO. No better way to do that than set fire to the most vulnerable. It's you.
It's me. What were you doing in the area?
Taimi sent word this was a possible emergence point for Primordus's goons. We just got lucky this time. Well, not lucky, but you know.
How's Kaz?
Let's not do that right now, okay? I mean, she's fine. We're fine. Fine.
Okay. Guess not the only ones on MMOs tonight. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those nights. Usually I be streaming this on Wednesdays, but this week is a special case. I normally kind of avoid Fridays since Fridays tend to be very busy.
Hey, Commander, you sure we're not punching Frost Legion?
Not unless they do something that crosses the line again. Not to mention the destroyers are getting worse.
Guess fighting on two fronts isn't the best plan. Let me know if you change your mind, or if Aurene has any news.
As bad as we were afraid things could get, they're worse.
Jormag's been tapping at the window, so to speak, to get my attention.
What do they want?
Jormag loves to talk. I'm sure you've noticed. And I like talking to them. Maybe too much. Best not to answer.
I don't think Jormag's the ignore them and they'll go away type.
No, but easier to stay on guard with my champion beside me. All right. Let's see what they want.
Millennia with no one to talk to. I finally find a worthy interlocutor, and now you won't answer. You woo me, Aurene. Surely you too crave more stimulating conversation than mortals can provide. Unless... Oh, dragon of crystalline light. Do I intimidate you?
I promise you, that's not it.
You want Irene on your side. Why?
You face the least of what Primordus will bring. The death and destruction will make mortal wars seem as dreams. So Primordus has to die. And when he is dead, I will be free.
So is it his death you want, or your freedom?
Would you remain bound to a monster? Kralkatorik's fate suggests not.
He was in misery. It was a mercy.
Ah, he's why you fear yourself. Kralkatorik was unworthy of your pity or remorse. And so is my brother.
You know Primordus so well. Why do you need the Asura's research?
There are impediments. We are two faces of a coin. We cannot truly see each other. Not directly.
This is between you and him. Fire and ice in opposition. Balance. A prism isn't relevant.
You really don't understand your potential. Your power.
I have the power to heal.
You break, you refract, you reshape. The beauty is the irrelevance. You are altogether new.
I decide my purpose, and it isn't to destroy.
You let the beast inflict wounds just so you can heal them.
Don't twist my words. I'm not a child. I will not be manipulated.
Well, even when you are determined to be contrary, Ori, it's lovely to speak with you.
That's it? You'll take no for an answer?
I won't force her. That is not my way. I accept your answer. For now.
What are you...
Save it. They're gone. But in case you're wondering, they're not wrong.
I didn't ask your opinion.
Aurene, if there's no other option, will you act? Kill Primordus? Or Jormag if it comes to it?
I won't need to. There can be no balance if I get involved. Trust me, champion. There will be another way.
Just started another crafting class in 14. I started like doing the crafting classes. It was quite a slog through 1 through 50, but after I kind of found a good way to level them up and of course do the what's it called? The deliveries, that sped it up quite a bit. I appreciate my translucent siblings. What are you saying, Glasdale?
Just
are you an Elder
there might be
Dragon?
some destroyer activity near Ebonhawk. Who do we have there right now?
There must be an allied faction somewhere nearby. I'll see what I can muster.
And I'm in the fields of ruin dealing with what's left of the renegades. I can lend support.
Ah, if I may. A heavily armed Char contingent approaching Ebonhawk with tensions being so high might be a bad idea.
You think tensions are so high they turn down help from their Char allies?
You're not just any Char, Krisha. You're an Imperator. And you'd be the first Imperator to set foot in that city.
Yeah, symbolism, fine. Do they want help saving their city or not?
Okay, Kaz, why don't you go to Ebonhawk first and soften the ground? Krisha, I'll meet you there.
Oh, how far we've come.
Just hit 21 shifting into Ishgardian Restoration. Yeah, the Ishgardian Restoration stuff in the DIDM definitely helps soften the blow a little bit in the early grinding. But eventually, kind of, you know, diminishing returns. Except for the fishing. The ocean fishing helps level fishing really quickly.
Let's get ready.
Oh, there's already people that have done some of the preparation stuff. The oldest of most of your friend groups, and yeah, you feel ancient.
The postern gate's fallen. Fall back. Kaz, where are those reinforcements?
There, the Ebon Vanguard. They'll rally the city, help us push the destroyers back underground.
Oh, I don't need to go to Icebrood.
Nice work with the locals. Wasn't sure you'd be able to convince them I was here to help.
They weren't sure what to make of you. A lot of these people spent their lives trying to keep the inheritors out.
Oh, okay. I could just
But
summon
actions
people.
speak louder than words. And much louder than decade-old pieces of paper.
I'm done squinting at treaties. If they can't see what I'm trying to do with the char, they aren't paying attention.
They are paying attention. That's why they're fighting with us.
It really does feel like I'm playing Thief with the dagger skills. Yeah, so far we're kind of making some pretty decent progress. We're already on chapter 2 of Champions. I wonder if I can... I wonder if my elite can reflect all those volleys at the flying destroyers throw at. I'm very glad I don't have to do a condition build with this. Condition would have been a little bit slower. I think it's probably because, like, the condition build for Berserker was more fire, or like burning, and burning doesn't exactly scale that well in intensity as like torment or bleeding. I should actually jump on 14 again sometime. I know that the next patch is coming out real soon. And I want to see where the post-on trail stuff leads to.
Damn thing's up right under our defenses. Come on,
some overgrown bug?
Well, I'm at least glad that this one has a pretty big group. Oh, he's gonna explode again. Really, how many hero points do I have? I do not have enough to like actually do the next part. Once the bar is full. You explode? Okay, you're gonna explode.
All better.
Might understand. Do that first. Anger rising.
So just to also kind of put out like how much there is to this particular final part.
Looks like the retreat for now.
They broke it up into 4 chapters.
The stronghold
And each
stands.
chapter is like
Peace for another day.
Yeah.
around like
They're lucky we were
2
all
to
nearby.
4 parts long.
This would have gotten out of hand real quick.
These
But there's
people
like a
trust
ton
you,
of like
Rachel.
these strike
You
mission
saw how they fought by your side.
stuff right
You
here.
helped. But the Treaty of Ebonhawk's 10 years old. It's time we moved past it.
Moved past it how?
Anyone can tear up a piece of paper, throw the world into disarray. We either trust each other, or we don't.
I think today was a step in the right direction.
There's more to be done. But I think you're right. Thanks, Kaz. Commander.
I got some extra stuff. I was worried about these people, but they came through in the end. They trust you now.
Sure. But if every Char needs to personally save this city before they can be trusted, we're in trouble. I know this was different. I'm an Imperator, that's a big step. But we can't be like this. We need to be better. If the Black Citadel was attacked and we called in the Ebon Vanguard, would they respond like I did today? I hope so. That's the only way this is going to work.
What were you doing in the Fields of Ruin?
Tying up loose ends. Now that Bangar's indisposed, Malice and I took a little tour of his office. He was covering his tracks, but Malice confirmed her suspicions. Vangar was bankrolling the Renegades. We got information on their strongholds, power structure, who's loyal, who isn't, everything. Actionable intel. So I'm acting.
So essentially just taking out the separatists. Are the United Legion still united?
The Char Legions are still the Legions. Warband as family. Warband above self. But it's clear we need stronger cohesion among the Imperators. Not sure we'd survive another Bangar. To answer your question, yes, the United Legions remain united. But that's short term. And that worries me.
How is Mia Kindleshot as Iron's new Imperator?
Cut from the same cloth, that's for damn sure. Not surprised, considering the company Smoder like to keep. Fortunately for us, she doesn't have the same aspirations that Smoder had. Connor is a tricky subject. Just saying you want the job can get you shanked. She knows better. Aside from that, the rank and file like her, and she's promoted loyal tribunes. Kindleshot will do Iron proud, I think.
Oh, how are you?
Those poor people. Ebonhawk's been through so much. They'll repair the damage, they always do.
Yeah, they're a proud people. Survived worse than this. But even so, I hate seeing them constantly under siege. It sets the mind a certain way, always having enemies at the gates. First Char, then renegades, and separatists. Maybe after Krisha's dealt with the renegades and we've dealt with Primordus, Ebonhawk can finally, you know, relax. Hello.
Were you worried about Ebonhawk would react to Krisha?
Worried? No. It just needed to be handled properly. Ebonhawk. I mean, aside from the separatists, I think they're ready to move on. Bangar was saying things that really scared these people, and Krisha used to be his second in command. We just had to remind them what Krisha was fighting for up in Drizzlewood. That helped a lot.
Have you been working with Krisha at all after Drizzlewood?
Yes, quite a bit. She's been working to clear up the rest of the renegades in Bangar's dominion. I spent a lot of time with the Char in Drizzlewood, so Krisha asked if I could help finish what we started. It's important for human-Char relations that we very publicly, very loudly go after these groups. You saw today what kind of effect that can have. It's the difference between peace and war. It's worth it.
Commander, anyone on the rotation who could head to Thunderhead Keep?
I'm not too far away. What's up?
Sudden infestation of destroyers, apparently. I think a bit of help is in order.
I can meet you there, Bram.
Great. Look for Miran Skjalken, formerly Priory, now a member of the Blue. They'll have a better idea of the situation.
Oh, if it's the one I think it is, this one's gonna be a rough fight too. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I just remembered what Thunderhead Keep was. Oh boy. Because the fight in this one has some pretty nasty effects to it.
Come and pet me.
Skjalken.
And you found them. Erson. Commander.
Last I heard, the Priory had set up an outpost to guard the keep and the forge.
Since Kralkator's defeat, these are the lucky few who escaped today.
We had no warning, Commander. Between one moment and the next, the beasts flooded in from every corner. We lost both people. We can't lose the stronghold too. Certainly not to destroyers.
I'm just gonna slap some band-aids on you and you'll be fine.
Unarmed. I don't like our odds.
Strength of will and a bit of heart can go pretty far.
Well then, let's lend them a little of ours and get them ready to go back in.
Ah, please stop stunning me.
I'm ready. Are you?
All right.
Stand and fight.
Be ready for what we might find on the other side of that door.
This might... I think at this point, we're only gonna get like halfway through this particular chapter. So like right at the end of chapter 2, we'll call it quits, and then we'll do chapter 3 and 4 next time.
Spirits? Wait, are those Deldrimor dwarves?
Guess we really are the reinforcements.
Adrenaline building.
Never expected to see so many of
My
your
goodness.
Destroyers started rising faster than we could keep them back.
Jormag woke up and triggered Primaris.
Fakes. Enough talk. Make
And
it
one
bigger,
key came
brother.
off. That's weird. Yeah, because I didn't anticipate for this particular story to be that long. I definitely remember, like, when I first went through Champions a long time ago, back when Into Dragons was about to release. I definitely remember having to spend a good, like, chunk of an afternoon just to catch up on it. I'm at least glad that my subpar build is at least like doing some decent work.
You were Priory. You're Crystal Bloom. That's a jump.
Also a Norn who sometimes walks as a bear. Lots of things can be true at the same time. Read a treatise once that suggested the dragons of fire and ice might be twins. Didn't expect confirmation.
So Jormag claims.
Might validate the theory that the only thing that can kill one is the other.
How's that square with the tale we were told? That the Norn of prophecy can kill Jormag. None of this makes any sense.
The truth of a prophecy isn't always clear until it's come to pass.
Thanks. I feel so much better.
Steady your mind.
That's the lower path. I still need to do the upper ledges. That's over here. Yeah, because everything is so like spaced apart on this too.
Might makes sense.
I'm also glad that this also scales for like soloing too. Like this isn't so bad to like solo so far. It definitely does go by faster if you have some extras. There's still some around here. Oh, that's a sand effigy. That is not a destroyer. Where is it? Why is it saying it's above me? Okay, now we're good. Yeah, this is taking a while because there's a lot to take down. Although, personally, I like using the dagger. Dagger is much quicker to, like, do damage than the hammer is just there for crowd control.
Your actions are foolish. Steady your mind. I'm ready. Are you? Oh.
Yeah, so far I'm really enjoying Spellbreaker. The utility does feel a little bit odd for like PvE, but I can definitely see how this is like really good for like PvP. You got a good like engage button for the dagger. You've got ways to essentially block damage, and even reflect damage too. And keep in mind, the only skill that's like exclusive to Spellbreaker that I've been using utility-wise has been Winds of Disenchantment. So I don't even know what the other ones are going to be like. There we go.
This isn't the source.
We
What's
just
happening down in the
salvage some
forge?
stuff.
That's where the destroyer surfaced, right?
How did you think the forge attracted them? And it's changing them.
It's making them stronger. I know that much.
That, and with extra lava.
Yep, it's this fight. This fight's gonna be a little rough.
Okay. I was not expecting it to be that big.
Yeah, these things. I have to destroy those eggs, otherwise they spawn problems. And this guy loves doing AoEs, dashing, and that. Luckily I got pretty decent damage for this. Let me target it, please.
Might makes right. Silence! Adrenaline almost full.
I promise, I will hydrate. It's very hot in this room. There's fire everywhere. Everything's orange.
Stand and fight.
That's like the opposite of blue. That's hot. Please kill the... destroy the egg. Scramble the egg.
Armored up. Come and get me. Adrenaline almost full.
This thing's not going down easy.
Spears? Those were made for Crocatoryx's and not Primordises.
Commander, can you use Already's gift to alter the power of the spear?
Might
Maybe slow it
makes
some?
Gaining adrenaline.
Oh my goodness.
Feel the pain.
Oh, all that fire damage. No, please. Fine, I'll use the hammer. Please, no more.
You won't escape.
Okay, good. I want to drink my water. Please let me drink my water.
Might makes right. Get back here.
I'm so glad. No water, only fire. Oh, you're gonna have me do the gimmick, the dragon spear gimmick. Okay.
More coming. We're gonna get swarmed. It's going to take every one of us working together.
There we go.
Might makes right. Steady your mind.
You didn't really go that far.
Adrenaline almost full. Might makes right. Back at you.
Too many elementals and destroyers. Commander's never gonna get a clean strike. It's not always the swipe of the claws that's most important in a battle. I'm open to suggestions. Destroyers are
Could you
always
imagine doing this as a thief?
You sense each other. Who's not against them?
That's how it was for me when I last time played this. God, that was suffering.
You won't escape. Almost ready.
The keep is secure. Many thanks
Hooray.
to you and dwarves.
Yay.
They have a duty.
When we see more of your people,
Yay.
Destroyers, they'll see us.
It was a pleasure and an honor to fight beside
Okay,
Orin's
hydrate.
champion.
likewise, Mirren.
Somehow, I don't think this will be the last time.
I understand the weight you carry, Erson. And its privilege. The Norn of prophecy. The spirit touched. There's a legacy in your blood and loyalty at your back. Yet none of that matters without heart. So find yours.
Neat. Wonderful. Wonderful hydration. Also ads incoming. You know the rules, don't buy anything.
We've had a breakthrough. Come back to Radasum as quick as you can. I'm in the Arcane Council chamber.
I'll do a little bit of inventory stuff while we're in ad mode.
Nothing like the spoils of war.
Okay. Let me just empty out my pockets real quick. Actually, I didn't even use any food, which is odd. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think I have any primers though. No, I have toxic tuning crystals, but I don't want to spend those. That's hard, a little bit trickier to craft. just cause some of the materials are rare. Rod assume.
I have no time for incessant gibbering.
I have everything you need right here.
Time to go.
We'll keep working to see how we can use it to our advantage.
Timetable?
The power readings aren't high enough to wake Primordus yet, if that's what you're asking.
Good enough. Gives us a little time to experiment. Counselors. Commander.
Steel Catcher. What was he doing here?
Defeating Primordus will take more than just a pact, or its commander.
Information is more precious than munitions in this war. Jormag's champion came to receive it. As have you, I imagine.
That link we discovered between the destroyers and Primordus? A feedback loop, amplified by Krauk's death.
Destroyers burn more, Primordus gets stronger, destroyers get more rabid. The effect is exponential. With Ryland's help, we've identified and measured the Ice Dragon's cumulative power versus that of the Fire Dragon.
Jormag and Primordus are polar opposites. The scales should be level, but they're not. Not anymore. Fire is winning.
We need to find a way to cut Primordus off from the flow, or reverse it back to the destroyers.
Or boost Jormag's power to level the field again.
That is a reasonable approach, though I question its wisdom.
Either way, we need more time to understand the nature of the power flow.
Perhaps your Elder Dragon will have some insights, Commander.
Perhaps. Timey, where do you think the destroyers will attack next?
Somewhere near Divinity's Reach in a day or so. Logan's preparing. Ritluck and Krisha are helping him.
Good. I'll check in with Aurene before I head over there.
So yeah, everything's just out of whack, and that's why Jormag's just sweating a little bit. Getting a little hot, a little spicy, too spicy.
We'll never get recruits. These dust bunnies have no interest in gut-wrenching mine.
We need to have a chat with Bangar.
Bangar? Not Jormag?
I'm wondering if he picked up more about Jormag and Primordus than he realizes.
Whoever's on comms, request immediate reinforcements at Doric's Landing. We're under attack!
The destroyers hit early?
No, Icebrood. Sons of Svanir.
What?
Get over here. We're not ready for this.
Oh no! Betrayal! Who could have saw that coming? Champion, the energies beneath Tyria are churning. At first, the shift was so quiet I hardly noticed, but it's growing, and I'm afraid this is just the beginning. Yeah, it's hard to miss the earthquakes now. Jormag's gotta be involved.
Jormag, we need to...
I've been waiting for you. I can be patient, Aurene. But I hope you'll be quicker to act in the days ahead.
Primordus.
His hunger will grow as he stirs. Destruction is not far off. You and your champion have already seen signs.
You knew this would happen, but you still chose to impose your way, King, and Primordus's on the world.
And you chose not to intervene. Despite your power and potential, you left it to mortals.
It's their world as much as mine. There's nothing to be gained, and...
Oh, little sister. How wrong you are. Careful you don't learn the lesson too late.
So then you kill him.
That time will come, but not yet. My twin will awake, and he will set the world ablaze. Look to that world, Doreen. Very soon you will have to make a choice, if you are to have any chance of saving it.
Oh, I got them all. Okay. I keep forgetting to check in with him. Basically, you're supposed to check in every time to get like a little bit of extra dialogue. It's not necessary, but there's also an achievement attached to it. But I kept forgetting. I kept trying to like chug through this.
Burn me.
We're prepping to face
it's
fire,
chilly.
not ice. Folks were caught outside the walls. We gotta get them to safety.
Not everyone out here is armed. We're still getting things ready.
What happened?
1 minute it's balmy, the next everything's freezing over. People included.
They came from the rear while we were fortifying the place against destroyers.
Let them in. Thought they were here to help.
You. Come with me. Ignore the giant ice blocks. They just outrun them. Oh, this is the wrong way. You. Take this. We'll fight. Please. You too. Go fight. Oh look, Quaggan. Another one.
Not now, not ever.
Okay, that's 3 of them. We need to find 2 more and then also kill 2 more captains.
Gaining adrenaline.
There's one.
Got word to Jenna. Divinity's Reach won't be caught unaware.
If they can't hit the Reach, they're bound to look for other targets.
Anyone not behind thick walls is gonna be in some serious trouble.
The 2 closest villages are on the other side of the lake. I already sent reinforcements.
We should split up. Cover more ground.
Anyone trying to escape was run down.
Beat us here! Quick! Give our allies a hand!
Yeah, this is one of the spots. Also, they did give like a couple of mastery perks specifically for this chapter, so you can like get some extra power-ups and whatnot.
What difference does it make?
And it's only good if you run the champion like missions. Which has been kind of a little bit of like a recurring thing with like they've been doing with like the mastery point system, is some of it will actually kind of cross over and be a little bit more universal. Others are just like specific like map-based progression stuff, like better rewards and whatnot. And then there's just some stuff that's just like it repeats. Like it's a repeat of like an older mastery, but they decided to like, yeah, you gotta re-earn it again. Specifically for these maps because it ties into the map progression thing. And then you got the ones that are like tied to the mounts, which is actually pretty nice. That's universal. Same with like the homestead. Homestead surprisingly was mastery point from Janthier Wilds.
Not enough dead and frozen to account for everyone.
Could the rest have escaped?
I thought that would have at least be like, oh yeah, you can use the scribe crafting profession. I thought they would just reuse that. No, they did something completely different for homestead. I gotta organize the script. Okay. Where are you? Are you? No. Where are you? You're in the houses somewhere. There you go. You know what? I don't actually need to do that. Let's not do that. Don't really need to do that. We can...
We can kill the shamans, maybe we can revert their magic.
With the shot! For the Legion!
At the very least, like, these sections are a little bit more action-packed. But it's like what Gotti said earlier, they're kind of repetitive and a little bit on the boring side. And they drag out. Okay, this place is well defended. We gotta go all the way over there. I hit the F1 thinking I would have the thief steal, which can work as a teleport.
Isn't doing anything, except stopping him from making more ice blocks.
Keep it up. All we can do for now is save the living.
Across a handful of Frost Legion. You think they might have gone rogue?
Doubt it. Everything I've seen, Jormag's forces fall in line behind Jormag's champion.
Keep an eye out. Ryland's got a lot to answer for.
Gaining adrenaline.
They seem to alternate between the two entrances. So slow. Yeah, no, that's some really good damage. That's some fairly decent damage to just melt them.
They need a chance to escape. Let's give Ryland's Legion someone to punch.
Why do you have, Oh, you give me mines. Okay.
dealing with shamans, not giant warriors. Through me, Jormag.
Gaining
Through you, the world might be preserved.
I think this guy's both.
Doesn't anybody specialize anymore?
Steady your mind.
Spells take concentration. Let's break his.
Gaining adrenaline. Efficient. Excellent.
Okay.
Not now, not ever.
It's a pretty straightforward fight, at least. It's not as bad as the Destroyer one in Thunderhead Keep, at least.
Work together! We can beat them! Steady your mind.
And I deserve it, too.
That's enough. I've seen what I needed to.
This was your experiment? You're supposed to be fighting for our world.
Destroyers can't burn Jormag's frozen. This is how we destroy Primordus. Get your priorities in order.
What's wrong with you? These aren't fighters, they're farmers! You're cutting down innocent people!
They're not dead. One day, long after you've lived and died, they'll fall. And I'll be there to lead them. Until then, their sacrifice will help unchain Jormag. Welcome to the new world.
Okay. He just wants to freeze the world.
He didn't stop anything. What Ryland's done is as bad as the Destroyers.
Would have been a lot worse without us. All of us here, working together.
We can't let these people stay frozen. There must be a way to reverse what Jormag's done to them.
And we'll find it. But now we all
The
need to stay on
script's just
guard
watching in
against
the
both
back.
fire and ice
Just
forces.
in the far back.
Guess we're fighting on two fronts after all.
Are we? Or are we just caught in the middle?
Yeah, each of these missions is like around like 15 minutes long. That's why I'm gonna have to like cut this in like 2 parts.
Commander, something is really wrong.
I know. The ice dragon's showing their true colors.
Not only that, There's a cry coming from near one of the Khotan settlements. It's just... I think I need to be there. And I think you do too.
Or more.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Heard about Lake Doric on my way back from Ebonhawk. Figured I'd spread the word to potential allies.
Without her warning, more lives would have fallen to agents of Jormak. Our sanctuary is open to all needing refuge. When the enemy comes, we'll be ready.
This one I don't remember too much of. Where are we exactly in Snowden? I don't even remember this part of Snowden. I gotta save the little quaggin fellas. I gotta take him up there, okay.
Is it me, or did this feel like a distraction? Like, not the main event?
When Bram called, he said there was something else going on outside the Khotan walls.
Safeguarding the settlement is my chief concern. I can be your guide, but I can't spare forces to aid your expedition.
We would never ask. How about the rest of you?
Time is precious. Like
We must find the source of the spirit pain. Will you help us? Yeah.
Commander, getting close to Song of Exile.
We'll meet you on the path, Bram. I brought some friends.
Okay, we gotta get all the way over there, I guess. I am starting to lose a little bit of energy tonight. Just only a tiny bit.
Same as Lake Doric?
No, whole villages were frozen. And we fought Spawnier shamans, not just warriors.
Oh, is there more? What? Why'd you stop? Keep going. Please. Run.
On the bed.
Oh.
This way.
Screaming.
We're getting closer. Pain's getting stronger.
Jormag's not making new Frozen from the dead. So what are their lackeys doing here?
I still don't hear anything.
Bram, you're not sensing destroyers again by any chance?
No. That's pressure building in my ears. This is about the spirits. I can't explain, but I can feel the difference.
You remind me of our voices, those touched by forbidden. Perhaps yours is a similar sensation.
What dreadful business?
Might not say. Might not right. Feel the pain.
You should know I'm not
Lord of prophecy. What do you really think you can do in the face of Jormag's power? You're nothing!
I heard that.
Owl?
I feel you near. Hurry! I cannot hold against Jormag's champion much longer.
They really just wait for you to be with them before they move on.
Is there a village ahead?
There are no living out this way. Only the memories of one who once was.
On the mend. Almost ready.
This doesn't concern you or your friends.
Year I've had, time to get out of the way.
Might not right.
Didn't ask to be the Norn of damn prophecy.
Voices have no say when a higher purpose calls. They allow the honor to mold them, just as you must.
Or maybe he's the Norn of prophecy because of everything he's done. Spiritual direction, I get it. I've needed it. But it's your choices and your actions that mattered, Bram. They're
He
what
did
made
crack
you
the
who
tooth
and what
after
you
all.
are.
Like, he didn't have to do that back in, like, Living Story 3. He could have just left that shit alone.
I exiled myself once. But I will go even further if I must to keep power from Jormag!
You're gonna help us. One way or another, why not make it easier on yourself?
There is no ease in corruption.
Ryland's channeling corrupted spirit energy. He'll pull the life from her.
This one promised herself to Jormag once. Rules or not, my dragon doesn't take
Oh, I finally get to stab you.
He's too strong. We're not going to be able to bring him down.
We can't leave out like this. I can't.
You don't have to kill him. Focus on the connection, Bram. Kaz and I will split his focus.
Might makes right. In readiness, stillness.
At least he's not in complete. Oh no, there's the frost. Hold on, I need some crystal juice.
Adrenaline almost full. Come and get me.
It's necessary.
Might makes right.
Gaining adrenaline.
You'd actually be someone worth
Come and get me. Might makes right. Steady your mind.
Man, he's got a lot of health. Like even with like a, well, again, it's suboptimal. I don't have like the best runes or the best gear, but like that's a little bit negligible.
If I force a break, I won't be able to control the backlash.
Free me, Bram. It's the only way.
The only thing I have a big complaint about how this is built is not quite enough mobility, but then again, I'm too used to playing Thief. So Thief is like very mobile.
Almost ready.
I'm ready. Are you?
Where's the other two? Oh, there they are.
Might makes right. And I'm too cold.
Very odd place to put the portal, though.
You should know I'm not all smart.
Almost full.
Oh,
You are the
finally.
harness, Lord of prophecy.
That one's pacing was terrible.
Just stop. Release now. Take the win and go home. We still have 3 more corrupt spirits we can leverage. Might take longer, but we'll get there. Soon Jormag will be strong enough to face Prime Orders head on and win. I'll see you in the world that comes after.
Owl. She's gone. For good.
Willing to sacrifice herself. Again. Shouldn't be in vain.
I opened the gate under Jormag's ice citadel. That's what brought Owl back. Made her vulnerable.
You aren't responsible for Ryland or Jormag.
Not their choices, maybe. But I am for mine.
What did Owl mean? The Wild together can direct the fall?
I don't know. Why can I sense destroyers? What does Owl's message mean? How do we fight 2 Elder Dragons at once?
Calm down, Bram. We'll figure it out. We always do.
The spirits of the Wild have known Jormag longer than any of us. Maybe they can help. Before more of us have to die.
Alright, and then that's where we're gonna leave off for the night. I'd do more, but it's getting pretty late, and I also heavily underestimated how long these sections would take. So we're pretty much like halfway through Champions, and we'll do more next time. So yeah. I do appreciate everybody stopping by to watch and whatnot. I know that this is one of the rougher contents to play through or even stream because again, it's pretty it's really repetitive. But it is a nice you know, something to just kind of have to do. I mean, it's kind of nice to get a good refresher on the story and whatnot, some of the story beats. Even though I kind of miss some of the stuff, like some of the discussions between Jormag and Aurene. But we'll definitely do more. I'm very surprised to see how many people have come to stop by for Guild Wars night. I do want to say, like, anyone that's like interested in joining in with me, you're more than welcome. Just let me know. But yeah, let's see if we can find someone to raid tonight. Let's see who I can send you to. Oh yeah. One more sip before we go. You know what? Let's send you over to Jade Burb, who is playing Spyro. Plus, I haven't had a chance to raid them yet. Alright. Well, take care. Have a good night. Stay hydrated. And I hope to see you all here Sunday for art. And more Klonoa on Thursday.